arms, poorly defended perimeter. My men might even be over-prepared, Doctor.
Colonel, no! Colonel, you're gonna make a horrible mistake! Colonel, please, for the sake of your men.
Not even here.
Yeah, well, you can thank God for that, Colonel.
Who are these people?
No, Colonel, don't! Wait here! It's about time, Blackwood!
Cut me loose!
Later!
Later? Do it now or there won't be any later!
Hold on!
Cut me loose! Blackwood, no! Who are they, Blackwood? What are they?
Later. Let's Get Suzanne and get out of here. Where's Suzanne? I told her to wait right here.
You'll compromise our position. Come on, we've got to put some distance between us and them.
Not without Suzanne.
You saw what they did to my men. If those things have her, there's nothing we can do.
Iron Horse, we've got to try.
Forget her, Harrison. She's had it.
I'm not leaving.
Okay, but I'm digging in. Nothing. You?
I never should have brought Suzanne along.
It wasn't your fault.
Well, whose was it? But she had to be one of the most uptight ladies I've ever met, but at least she believed me. Thank God you're all right.
Ugh. I am not uptight. I am a professional.
Does not know how to follow orders. Now, you were supposed to stay out of sight in the woods.
You neglected to tell me that those things, aliens or whatever they are, would be crawling all over. By the time I worked my way down here, you and the Colonel were doing your off-road routine, so I figured this would be the best place to wait things out. Where are they?
Long gone. They had their truck hid in a hollow about 200 yards from here. This is weird stuff we're dealing with here, Blackwood. Bolas. Terrorists that don't act like terrorists. Terrorists that don't die like terrorists. I actually saw a body dissolve after I shot it.
We all saw some fairly extraordinary phenomenon, Colonel.
When in God's name is somebody gonna start explaining things to me?
I've already explained as much of it as I understand myself.
You've explained nothing, mister. I don't believe in ghosts, and I sure as hell don't believe in aliens from another planet.
Excuse me for sounding uptight, but can we argue about this someplace else?
Too many variables. Strength unknown, resources unknown, purposes, goals, locations, unknown, unknown, unknown.
I can only tell you what I saw.
What we all saw, Uncle Hank. It was horrible. Those things were not people anymore. But I do have a theory about cell-face matching.
Suzanne, whatever you and Dr. Blackwood saw, no matter how extraordinary, cannot be considered as evidence.
Well, talk to your Colonel. He was there.
The Colonel and I talked at length. Admittedly, something incredible did take place. However, Colonel Ironhorse is not yet ready to attribute those events to aliens from another world.
He's more comfortable believing the Russians have some secret weapon that makes us all see things that aren't really there.
Colonel Ironhorse is a highly effective warrior, Doctor. He's been trained to deal in absolutes.
In this case, General, he is absolutely wrong.
I agree. And so do a few of my superiors. However, they want this entire matter kept hush-hush.
Hold it, General. Nobody's going to silence me the same way they silenced Dr. Forrester 35 years ago.
What happened to your adoptive father, Doctor, was unfortunate for all of us. However, the President, my superiors, would rather this not become a political issue. They don't want to ignore this. They want it kept quiet. And I'm here to offer you a job. Find the aliens, Doctor. and stop them before they do more harm.
And I can do things my way?
Completely. Your own people, your own methods, anything you want. Naturally, we'll have to establish certain security procedures.
What kind of procedures?
To protect you and your colleagues. To protect the secrecy of the project. Nothing, I assure you, Doctor, you wouldn't do yourself. Aside from that, you have a blank check. But you'll need a cosigner. I believe you all know one another?
You haven't said a word for 2 hours.
Why do we have to move?
Honey, it's business.
It's always business.
It's only for a little while.
Always for a little while.
Debbie, pouting is not going to change things.
I'm not pouting.
I know it's difficult to leave your friends, but you'll make new ones.
I hate making new friends.
Debbie.
I know relocating is inconvenient, but it's only short term until we neutralize the problem.
What makes you think that's neutralizing? God, I really like that word. The aliens will be that easy.
I don't care how many of those things are out there, Doctor. They have no heavy weapons, no resources. We'll track them down. We'll make alien sushi out of them. This is it. Welcome to government property number 348, also known as the Cottage. 25 totally secure acres in the middle of nowhere. Without proper authority, no one comes in, no one gets out.
Makes pizza deliveries a bit rough.
A horse! You didn't tell me about a horse.
Honey, I didn't know about a horse.
Can I go see it?
I thought you hated making new friends.
Oh, Mom. Anyway, you always promised I could take riding lessons.
I always said maybe you could. Be careful.
Well, hello. Come on inside so we can all get acquainted.
We remain here until all is ready.
My very own supercomputer. Forward, Gertrude. What did you do, Colonel? Read my Christmas list. Whoa, Gertrude.
Well, you can't be expected to do the job if you don't have the equipment, Mr. Drake.
Well, keep up that attitude, Colonel. I might even get to like you.
Well, someone sure spent a fortune.
Well, the government wants to see that everyone's happy, Doctor.
Well, now all I have to do is find, no, better yet, create bacteria that is impervious to radiation, lethal to aliens, and absolutely harmless to humans. Maybe I could just cure the common cold in my spare time.
Well, if you find yourself with any spare time, Doctor, you must be doing something wrong. Have a nice day.
Doctor?
Somebody obviously wanted to make me feel right at home.
Perfect copy of your office, isn't it?
As if my life before this thing didn't matter. Or never really existed at all.
Since my great-great-grandfather was shaman of our tribe.
What's a shaman?
A shaman is a spiritual leader, sometimes called a medicine man.
He is the most respected man in the tribe, more even than the chief. Anyway, the warriors, they brought their strange discovery to my great-great-grandfather to find out what it meant.
What was it?
It was a flat rock with drawings on it that no one had ever seen before. It was very old, too.
Older than the nearby cave drawings or the drawings on ancient pieces of buffalo hide that had been passed down through the generations.
What kind of drawings?
And I'm glad you asked that. They were of a man wearing a bowl that covered his entire head, and his eyes glowed, and he carried a wand.
Magic wand?
What seemed like magic because the wand, it threw out bolts of light. Well, my great-great-grandfather, he took the rock, and he went into the desert for 1 moon. That's about a month. And when he came back, he gathered everyone in the tribe together. And in a very strong voice, even though he was very weak and hungry, he said, "We know that our people were the first to walk this earth, but others came before us."
Wow, what did they do then?
They fired him and got themselves a new shaman.
You made that up.
Only the last part, Debbie. The rest, I don't know.
Bedtime.
Mom.
Complain while you're getting ready for bed. Good night, everyone.
Night. Night.
Sleep tight.
You folks gonna be here long?
Well, we hope not, Mr. Kensington. I mean, no offense meant.
None taken, Dr. Blackwood. You stay here as long as you have to. Now, what sort of a question was that?
We might have to restock the pantry.
I take care of the pantry. The grounds is your job.
I guess I better check the security system and turn in. Good night, all.
Colonel, you really believe that story?
Indian folklore, Mr. Drake. Nothing more, nothing less.
Funny thing about folklore, almost always there's an element of truth in it.
All is well. We're strong again, and ready to resume our invasion. Not too hastily, comrade.
Our ship's onboard computers must finish their pre-flight checks first.
We've been patient for so many years. We can afford to wait a bit longer.
Doc, I'm getting nowhere fast. Without more information, all the supercomputers in the world can't decipher the alien radio signals.
We'll have to reconceptualize our approach.
You're talking to the king of reconceptualization. What we need, good buddy, is a clue. I mean, even linguists needed the Rosetta Stone before they could read hieroglyphics. We got diddly squat.
Well, we've got Dr. Forster's old research. We've got photocopies of some alien maps. Maybe you can find your Rosetta Stone in here. Norton. The number 3 mean anything special to you? It sure meant something special to the aliens. Think about it. Their ships flew in groups of 3. Their optics were divided into 3 units. They attacked their targets from 3 different directions. Even their weapons, the bolas, had 3 weighted ends. 3, Norton. Think 3. I know the answer is there.
Number 3. I'll think on it. What do we got to lose, huh?
Suzanne,
Huh.
you missed dinner.
Well, you sleep 1 hour out of 5. I miss meals, especially when I'm working.
You find something interesting?
Have a look.
What is it?
You tell me.
This is the tissue sample you took from the dissolved body?
Mm-hmm. But it's not exactly human anymore.
Then what is it?
Half human, half alien. It's as if the cells from both species have merged to create something new, unique.
And this sustains your cell-phase matching theory?
Oh, no, Dr. Blackwood. You're not going to peg me to a conclusion that I haven't had time to prove yet.
Fair enough, Dr. McCullough. Suzanne?
Yeah.
Good work.
Thanks, Harrison. Thanks a lot.
Bingo! I've got it! Harrison, Iron Horse! Yes, absolutely, undoubtedly. Ha! They said it couldn't be done. Suzanne, come here. Well, they didn't factor Norton Drake into the equation now, did they? Ha! I cracked the alien lingo.
By the way, Doc, thank you for telling me to think 3. This is all base 3. It's beautiful. And this is what I came up with.
1, 2, 0, 1.
No. The top line is 2 to the 7th power. The bottom line's to the 3rd. Now, 2 to the 7th is 128. And 2 to the 3rd is 8.
But what do the numbers represent?
Well, am I supposed to do everything around here? How am I supposed to know what it represents?
Maybe it's a coded message.
It's too primitive. Even crude codes use large prime numbers as keys.
When the soldier's right, he's right on. This is no code, this is pure.
But pure what?
Yeah, we're overthinking this. We're digging too deep. Giving the aliens too much credit.
Assuming the obvious?
Thereby overlooking the obvious.
I think I'm missing something.
You'll have to go on one of Harrison's little fugues.
You've loaded all Dr. Forster's material into the crate?
Stayed up all last night.
How long to run a basic substitution program? Those numbers versus the material in the alien documents.
With this little baby here, about 10 seconds.
Coordinates on their maps?
Why not? Right there.
That looks like the middle of nowhere to me.
Well, if the aliens considered it important, we'd be wise to do the same.
It's important, all right. That's Kellogg Air Force Base. They're planning to overrun the base. I've got to get General Wilson on this immediately.
Think about it first.